We are trying new things. Look at us go. Welcome back to our next episode of Doggone Truth About Rescue. Don't know how I feel about seeing each other, but here we are. This is actually Sai. This is me, and that's Jen, if you didn't know what we looked like before. So, Jen, what's our newest update?
Well, they've seen you before on Facebook Lives, but you were really tiny, apparently.
Yeah, I forgot about when you made us do those.
I feel like they're very important. Well, welcome to my home. I know I have my camera. It's a mess. There's 3 dogs back there. No, there's just, number one, this is just a very cool way. So thank you, Sai and Sheila, to take it to a next level and get people to get us to know us a little bit more. I think one thing about Always and Forever that is extremely different from, well, maybe not extremely different from other rescues, but very, very important to us are the people. Everything is about our people. I've said this many, many times. Animals are easy to love, but it's the people that make Always and Forever special. So we have a different view on life, on rescue, on love, on fun, and it's asking people to change their ways about how things are normally done and expanding upon that. And one of the things where we need your help in now is to renovate our Osawatomie Shelter. Several months ago, I think I talked about we were applying for this USDA loan, a federal loan from the government that would be for about, I think like 3.5 or 4% interest rate for $350,000 to renovate our shelter. And I think it's actually unjust to call it a shelter right now because it was never meant to be a shelter. This is a rural shack in the middle of nowhere in Osawatomie, Kansas, that the city didn't have a lot of funds. They threw it up and they were just, before Always and Forever, just stacking dogs in there and cats. And then it wasn't open to the public. Rescues couldn't pull from there. And then when it was full, they would mass euthanize them in front of the other animals and then bury them behind the shed. So you're talking about a tragic past to where when we found out about it, we actually had to fight our way into the city because anybody who knows or has gone through change knows that people resist that. People want to do and stay in their comfort zone, because you get a routine, even if it's wrong, even if animals are dying or things in your soul, you can do better. People fight change. It's our human instinct. And I don't know why that is because yes, I recognize change is scary. We are going through it within Always and Forever right now. We hired a new CEO, which I couldn't be more excited about, Julie Wagner. For those that have followed us on social media, she has adopted multiple dogs from us. She has been through, hell and back with us. And I could not ask for someone to walk side by side with me and say, hey, how do we get from where we are to where we need to be to how we want to set the standard for running a true shelter? And, you get people that say, hey, wait a sec. You're a nonprofit. How are you affording a CEO? Well, look at the larger nonprofits. Look at the Red Cross. Look at the Humane Society of the United States. Goodwill, exactly. We are not them with that. There is no $1 million salary. There's no bonus like that. All of our people are valued at the same level, and it's what we can pay them to where they are right now. And as we grow, we want them to grow because there is such a, I don't know if the word is stereotype, or there's such a, I think, inaccurate belief that if you work for a nonprofit, you should suffer financially. And that's what we challenge. We challenge that every day should be filled with joy, love, and light. And that means taking care of our people too, not just our animals. What our staff does, what our team members do every day, the love and care that they put into them, they should be paid what I get paid. I'm a lawyer. I'm a volunteer for Always and Forever. I'm on the board. I am the president of Always and Forever, but I don't have a paycheck. But that's because that's what I can give to this organization. And because I have a second full-time job that pays for this non-paying full-time job. But when we are asking someone to come on and give their whole heart and soul and their life to Always and Forever, we need to take care of them. We need to love them and respect them enough to know that we don't want them to go home and not be able to pay their bills and not be able to take care of their own family or be able to afford gas to drive to work. So that's where I say we challenge the way nonprofits are viewed, especially animal rescues. Now, you may see all of our super fun events with the ridiculous water slides and stuff. And I always want to be clear, if somebody is new to our page, that's what I personally donate into. I invest in the fun. I invest in the love. And life is too short not to laugh and not to smile with the people that you love. And if you make one person smile every day, honest to God, even if it's you, then you're making the world a brighter place. So I know I went all over with this, which is what I do when I talk to you guys. But we're getting back to the Osawatomie Shelter. And that's where, we can look at this when we receive news that it just wasn't going to work with the loan. We can look at that and think, oh my God, what do we do now? Well, I think this is incredible because we've got the drawings lined up. We've got the construction team ready to break ground September 1st. If we went through with this loan, it wouldn't even be till 2025. Guys, this shelter doesn't even have a bathroom. For 5 years, our people have been there. And before there was even a porta potty, before we thought to rent a porta potty, they were using the woods and they never complained. There was never a single complaint because we were so grateful to be there, to have the privilege to take care of these animals, because before that, we knew exactly what happened to them. So every day really is a gift. And so now we've got this new campaign. It's called, it just kind of, I swear to God, you just got to open your heart and your mind and your soul to what God is trying to help you with, because these things just come to me and I am no one special. You guys, every single person out there can do exactly what I do, but you have to be open to letting the universe help you. And so we found out about this at lunch, I think 2 days ago. And we're like, okay, we got to raise $350,000. How do we do that? And everything about Osawatomie, if you guys have seen Wizard of Oz, the theme is Wizard of Oz, Osawatomie Oz kind of thing. So we had been focusing on, how do we do this Yellow Brick Road kind of thing? And I thought, well, let's build the shelter one brick at a time. And what does that take? It takes 350 bricks. And every single time a person donates $1,000, not only will we paint a brick, I just purchased 350 bricks, so they get delivered to Osawatomie tomorrow. So we're going to stack them up outside the shelter. And when one person donates $1,000, or you can pool your money, let's say you don't have $1,000, get 10 friends, donate $100 each, pool it together. Then we're going to paint a brick just for you, and we're going to order a sign that is a yellow brick that has a message on it. And we're going to place that on our wall of donors at our Osawatomie Shelter on the fence, very similar to our sunflowers and our paw prints, but it will be this very specific section so that every single donation towards this shelter renovation will be built on a foundation of love. And that's what the bricks symbolize. And when you don't have your own yellow brick road, create it. And that's what we're doing. So together we're creating this Yellow Brick Road, and it's just about having the faith to believe that we can do it, and never, ever, ever doubting the why behind it. Because it's all of those animals. Because 1,300 animals would have died if 5 years ago we didn't have the courage to step in and say, we can do this. We can find a way. Let us in. And when they said no, we didn't go away. So you just keep going in and finding a way. And we did it all for free, and we still do it for free because the city is one of the poorest in Kansas. And that's the whole thing. We give back to the city. It's about working together to find a way. And this is going to make the building sustainable and safe. We're going to have a meet and greet room in there. We're going to have a cat room in there. There's going to be additional kennels. There'll be more space for the dogs to be inside and play. We'll finish the playground fences. It's everything the shelter truly should be, to where it's actually a shelter and not just a shack in the middle of nowhere. So that's why we had to jump on this podcast, and you get to see my home and your home in a different context. And we label it as Operation Be Brave because everything in life is about being brave. Jumping on this podcast and what you guys did in this. And I think I shared this last time. You guys cut me off anytime because I tend to talk. Fundraising is such a dirty word. Like, you get this negative, awful feeling when someone says fundraising and you get scared. I mean, I used to, and we could not find a fundraising corner that would do it full time. And Shelby has been wonderful on this, and we've got an incredible team, but we kind of threw out the preconceived notions of what people do for fundraising. And if you know the why behind it, it's not about asking people for money. It's not about what they get for what you're asking them to give. It's about having the opportunity, not even the opportunity, having the privilege to be a part of something so profoundly impactful, not only in the animals' lives, but in the human beings that take care of these animals. And that's where I see us as being different. Because to anyone that came to Vicky's retirement party, Vicky has been with us since 2018. So I wish you guys would have been there. It was such a wonderful time to get together and just share memories.
I know.
Yeah, it was super cute. It was super cute. We promised we won't bug you, and it was a cake full of bugs. Miranda thought of the saying right before. And but it was about the memories and the lives she has impacted, the lives that she continues to impact. She's not going away forever. But here's what I went and I took away from that. I went home last night and I was like, we all tapped a glass and shared a memory of something funny and something just wonderful about Vicky and our experiences with her. And I thought, so many people wait until someone dies to tell them how much they mean for them, to tell them how much they love them, to tell them how much they appreciate them. And we didn't do that. We don't do that. We try to do that every day. Now, I know we fail sometimes, and I wish I said thank you, but it was such a beautiful moment to say, hey, not only do we appreciate you, Vicky, to the moon and back, but we appreciate each other. And when I say always and forever is special, not because of the animals, which all animals are special, I absolutely do believe that. It's the people that make us in a league of their own, I think. So I think I went all over in that. Hopefully I explained it well, but that's kind of why we started this. That's why I said, let's jump on a podcast, because I have something to share. Sue George and poor Jane and Joe, when I get an idea, I don't wait. So I don't think out the million little details. And then I create the Facebook fundraiser and I'm like, we can do this. And so you can. And then I'm like, you guys help me figure that out. Because I think if you wait to figure out all the details, if you wait to know everything that's right, you will talk yourself out of every idea. And so what if they fail? This is not going to fail. But so what if it's not perfect along the way? So what if you have hiccups and we have a little extra work? If we have that extra work, it means because people believe in a cause and to something so much bigger than themselves. And we have sold 3 bricks so far. So we only have, I brought one, because number one, I would never ask someone to do something that I'm not personally willing to do myself. I don't have $1,000. I put it on a credit card. I literally live paycheck to paycheck. But that's because everything I have, God knows I give to this rescue, because that's how much I believe in love, not only in the people, but the mission. And our dream is to wake up in a world where every soul is treated with kindness, dignity, respect, and most importantly, their life has been touched by love, even if only for a moment. Because you break away all that crap, you think about all the chaos and anxiety in life, and I will be perfectly honest. When you have someone new come in and you look at every single aspect of your rescue, who sees the weaknesses, I knew they were there. I know we need to do better, but change is hard. Change is hard for everyone, including the people leading change. But change leads to growth, and growth leads to a better life, not only for the animals, but for each other. And that's what all this is about, just sharing and creating more love so that every day is a little bit better today than it was yesterday. And hopefully tomorrow it's filled with more love as well. So I know I kind of rambled on that.
No,
but hopefully
that was perfect.
Covered it. And I've got the new headphones. I feel very fancy, even though I know
I think yours might work better than ours. We are still going to be working through all the equipment over here. We have no idea how this is going to sound.
Nope. That's why it's a test run. So it can be short and sweet this time.
Imagine our first episode. Oh my God. It cannot be worse than our first episode. But
we should have recorded that.
I should say, if we only get the audio part to work, for the people listening, what we're currently trying to do is record a Zoom session with new microphones and headphones. And then we didn't do that right, but we're still here. I think recording the microphone off of the computer. Either way, we're still figuring it out. So if the video part doesn't work, that is why this episode's a little bit different. One follow-up question for you, Jen. Once all the bricks are collected, I think an incentive needs to be that you dress up as Dorothy and walk and have the red slippers.
That is
Showing
a
off
horrible, that is a horrible suggestion.
I don't know.
I will absolutely hold hand in hand with you two and somebody else, and we'll do the lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! You can be Dorothy.
I want to be man.
You can be Timmy. You can be the lion.
Okay, and we need a scarecrow. But yeah, we can do. I'm game to sing anything, even though it doesn't come out in tune. So
I know. I'm so mad because I did not keep my Dorothy Halloween costume for my freshman year of college. I should have known it would have come in handy.
I can find you one on Amazon because I am a frequent flyer on there, and I will find us all costumes, and we can absolutely do that.
Maybe you can find us the Wizard of Oz inflatables.
Inflatables. We can find Wizard of Oz. Yes. That's it. It's going to be awesome.
I love the idea.
A lot of that movie is no longer.
I never liked it, but I will say I need to see Wicked when it comes out on the big screen. The movie they're making a movie of the musical, so I am a musical nut. So we have to go see that.
Don't actually go down the Wizard of Oz tunnel of all the bad things that happen on set and everything. Not good, because Oz is going to be different.
Oz is different. We're gonna base it on Wicked or something. Yeah. We'll go with that. We'll just sing musicals there all day. If you guys watch our event, the karaoke, if I start singing, it just gets worse. So the standard is so low. If you get up there and sing, I make you look good. So anybody should sing when they go there. But it's just such amazing people getting together and sharing love. That's it. That's all we do every day, even on our worst days when we lose so many souls. We've had so many losses, especially our cats have fought so hard. And then, we've taken the cares. We had Atlas come in, who a neighbor threw a bottle of inflammable something at her, intentionally threw a firebomb at her and exploded in her stomach. And so we took her into our care. And then there also is another dog from Wichita Animal Shelter that we took in whose entire back of his body was burned. So he has no skin from his neck.
How is he doing? I saw the photo.
He is doing well. It's amazing because he has the will to live. His tail is wagging. His demeanor is happy. He's eating. And there is no reason on this earth, if you look at those photos, that this dog should ever trust a human being.
No.
And I really do think a lot of other rescues would just say, it's too much. Don't let him suffer. But he's not suffering. The pain management is 100% under control. But we are talking. His name is Dwight. He's going to be at our vet for maybe 3 to 4 months with the intensive treatment and wraps and therapy that they have to do on him. And we have the most amazing vets who they really do treat them like their own. But to think some human being did this to him, and that's when you say, okay, put that aside. That is not all of humanity. No. There are very, very good people out there that don't erase the pain others cause, but what you focus on is what grows, and we focus on the good. And it's good people coming together and saying, that should never have happened, never in this world. But now that it has and we can't control that, what can we control? We can control giving him the very best medical care known to man. And then we can love him through that and find him a home. So, on top of this, with raising funds to renovate the shelter, and then, it is truly medical bills that sometimes are beyond $60,000 a month. And that's just a month. And that doesn't include salaries. And so it is saying, okay, we are 100% transparent rescue. This is what we do day in and day out. And this is how we do it. We push each other. We challenge each other to say, okay, this is how we've done it. We need to do better. We need to do more for these animals. And along the way, we need to treat each other better as well. So it's not just about the animals. It really, truly, it goes into everything. And it is showing, let me just say this right now. I don't think that our foster program has ever been in the state it is right now. And we know that. And so hats off to our fosters who have stuck with us through a really, really hard transition. we recognize that we have areas that we need to grow and improve, and communication is number one. And when they give their heart and their home to a rescue animal that's in our care, they deserve so much from us because they do what we do every day in a shelter, and they are truly, truly heroes. So we know we have a lot of internal things that we need to grow on as well, but that's holy cow, guys. I mean, we've been open 6 years. It's part of being human. I shared this last night, my memory with Vicky, and everybody shared such cute, humbling, wonderful memories. And mine was, she was the very first person that walked away from Always and Furever. She walked away a few times. I always get her back. But some people do that. They're like, oh, it's too much. Jen's not. But this time she walked away for a very, very legitimate reason, with something that I needed to stand up and find my confidence and courage to say, you are right, I was wrong, and I need to do better, and I need to fix it. And she was one of the first people that ever truly, she didn't push me to grow, but she was worth forcing myself to grow, because I wouldn't let her go, because that's how valuable good people are. Like, you fight for the good people in your life, and not everything is going to be easy. And if you want to say a true friendship is built on la la, everything is awesome, you're in la la land. That's not a true friendship. True friendships are when you ride the waves and life sucks and you say, you know, I might have been a horrible person and made horrible mistakes, but it was never with the intentions of that. And I can do better and be better because you deserve better and I want to be better. And this rescue deserves better. I used to be afraid of confrontation. You know, I used to be a people pleaser. And now I think it's not about pleasing people. People can hate me or love me. That's up to them. Ultimately, the people that I love and the people that I choose to keep in my life, fight for the people worth fighting for. And the ones that don't want to be in your life, let them go. They're not meant to be in it. Everybody comes into Always and Furever, and I do believe it's for a purpose and for a reason. And I do believe they make us better, even the ones that aren't meant to be with us forever. And you have to recognize that that's part of growth, and that's change. And Vicky just semi-retiring, so she did mostly retiring. And that's why I said our cake said, we promise not to bug you, but we're going to bug her. She's wonderful. She's our friend. And so you make these friendships where, like with you guys, you know, it's not always going to be easy, but it's always going to be worth it. And
yeah, because you make us do stuff like this.
I push you outside your comfort zone. I do that with everyone and myself. So, hey, well, I dressed up, sort of.
We did not. We were fully on board of not turning our cameras on, and we're like, then what's the point of doing
No, there's no point of a Zoom then. People want to see who you are. Because here's the thing. We're just like everybody else. That's the whole thing. If we can do it, you can do it. I can't tell you guys how intimidated I was of a podcast. And then I will never forget the day I plopped a box of cords and things and I threw it in front of you and I said, good luck, figure it out. Sure. And that's exactly what you did. And you did not let fear stop you. So that's why I said every campaign we do, it's Operation Be Brave. That's life. If you're not brave, you're not living. If you're not pushing yourself, then what are you doing here?
We're going to look back at this video and this recording, and we're going to laugh because it's the same exact of when we started on the floor at Little Gray Barn.
Yes, because we'll be like all high tech in a few months and super,
with like the cameras that rotate,
flash here, flash there.
I
the lighting
more presentable.
Our hair and makeup.
Me too. I'll do my hair.
Yeah.
No, Jen, you know what you need to do? You need to get more lighting. You need better lighting.
Yeah, we need to get you. What are they called? Circle light?
Yes.
Wait, I got a light.
Oh gosh.
Hold on.
Get on halfway.
How's that light? Is it more light? You got that light?
Yes.
Is it good? You guys see me now. It's in the dark.
The whole time.
We'll send you over the right equipment, I think.
Now I feel like there's a glare. I think I'm going to shut the light off.
Fine.
Go back to the dark. Go back to the dark. Better.
No, be brave.
It's better now.
Okay. Who's our dog of the episode?
There's so many. Let's go with Sofia. She has been in foster care for almost 6 months now. She is just a sweet little 24-pound, not 24-old, 24-ounce little Corgi kind of mix. I think she's blind too, and she's been in a loving foster home, but every single dog deserves a forever home. I just changed her to our profile picture tonight. So one thing that I do now is I change our profile picture every day, and so does our barn staff, because we want people to know how many animals we have out there that are still waiting for a home. So she is wonderful. She's with an incredible foster. But remember, no, that's not Sofia. That's that is which one is that? Sibley. That's Sibley. She's an Oz. She needs a foster too. Now, Sophia is our main page profile picture. Okay, I'll just show you. Can you see Sophia? Look.
Yes. Yes.
There she is. You know, some people are like, oh, you know, she's in foster, she's safe. But if you remember, if you think about this, all of our dogs in the foster and in our barn, when you choose to adopt one of them, that opens up a spot for us to save another. So you are rescuing in so many ways, not just one life, but truly it is like a ripple effect of 3 to 4 to 5. And that's why when you look at the grand picture of life, when everything is just going, I want to say the word poop in a swear word form, so I'll just say when it's going to that, so we don't have to edit out that when everything is just falling apart. The bottom line is we're all interconnected. We are all in this crazy race together, and life is not meant to be easy and smooth. And when it is easy, that's when you got to say, okay, you know, what's going on? How can I do better? And I don't love having to always raise money and feel the panic of it, but I know what the why is behind it. And I know why these animals and why our staff need us to speak up. And that's why it's not scary. That's why there is an anxiety to that. There used to be a few years ago, but when you give the things that are out of your control to God and you know that He has your back, then you just trust the process, because you do good day in and out, good will come back to you. That's the bottom line. Know what your intentions are, know your why, and know your purpose. You can't go wrong. Even when you go wrong, you'll eventually get back to the right. Follow your own yellow brick road, or create it. That's all. Short. I did it really short tonight. I feel proud of myself.
Well, because we don't even know if any of this actually recorded.
True.
Okay. Recording right now, so
no, the Zoom will record. It will go to your laptop now, because I've recorded a Zoom. I recorded a very bad
but
Zoom.
there were some spots where you were like frozen completely, and I don't know if that's how it's gonna record. Or we're gonna find out. So.
I feel like we can post some Frozen material. I can pull it off. You can too. We'll just put the soundtrack to Frozen behind it while it's paused.
Graphics over.
Yeah. Let it go. You want me to sing it?
No.
Okay.
I'll save that for the next one.
A little hurtful. Okay, we'll save it for the karaoke night. Okay.
Okay.
You gonna wrap it up, Si?
as always, it's never too late for happily ever after.